Okay, so like I said in the video about carving Mary, I'm going to come on here to kind of give some instructions on how to carve Joseph. As I stated before, you can see that it is kind of similar in ways. You kind of see how the around the head is kind of done similar to how it is with Mary. But like I stated in the Mary carving video, the last one, it's kind of a thing where the book tells you to refer to a previous chapter to get certain steps and gives you other steps separately. So that's how we're going to do on these videos as well, since that's how the book does it. But as you noticed here, it's like you see how Mary's shoulder line above where her hands are folded is a little higher, but you will see here that with Joseph's, it's a little bit lower. I had to redraw these lines a few times just because I probably got them a little bit in the wrong places here or there, but I feel we are getting this taken care of. It's all for the good and all for the better, so we're going to kind of do the same step to carve the little place in the front where the face is going to be. And we're going to take care of that on Joseph right now. We took care of it on Mary a while ago on the last video. But on this one, where we kind of make Joseph's shoulder line lower and everything, that's kind of how we go about carving this little place here where the face has to be. So I'd say we go deep into it like this. This is how I've come along on it. While we know that steps can be kind of similar here and there, there's just kind of different measurements in places. You will kind of note when it comes to this that there comes a point when the thing on the top of Joseph's head is going to be a little bit different than that with Mary's. So we're going to get this taken care of, get all this under control, take care of these little matters as best as they need to be. So I'd say we come working along here. This is how it's going to go. I can tell you little adventures I had this week. We're going to kind of take this step here we took with this one. We're going to take it along on this one as well. It's going to be a little work to come here and there, but as it comes along, it's going to be great to do. It's going to be wonderful and marvelous to take this work into our experiences here. Try to carve along these lines, make them so they're just what like they might need to be. Show a little grace and mercy to those in need. I say I've done a lot in life where there's been a lot to show and a lot of work to do. There's some stuff which there might be a moment when I'll get around to filming about it. Times when it might be harder to do than it will be at others, but that's how I say that the little work shall come along as it must in its own time. I say these things are showing a little line in themselves and making a little shadow come true into life, and little ways of grace comes along and shines the light in its way. So we know we bring this about, and I'm going to have a little more work to show as time goes on. Now I want to show that there's another step we take in this, similar to how we did in the last one. After we've carved this much into the bottom of this part, I tell you, we can start shaving away at the top, making it so we have a flat surface for this piece. I will tell you that probably the last time around that I was sharpening these knives, struggled with doing it a little bit, and it was a little trouble, a little hard to do, but managed to take over it so fast. I say in this world, you know, there's a lot that goes on in this life. There's times in our lives we face little troubles, you know, and they make little worlds out of us, make us into stronger people. I say that this little time with this little work, I want to say that there's a little thing I need to mention to you about this butternut wood. You know, some people kind of carve and they kind of save the little leftover chips of wood for mulch. But with woods like walnut and butternut, you don't want to do that, because some of them are toxic woods and have a little juglone toxin in them that could always come out and poison your plants and kill them. So I'd say a little work like this, you know, somebody was suggesting to me I could carve outside of Starbucks on the patio the other night. She was just one of the shift supervisors there, but I told her it'd be too much mess for her workers to have to clean up. She said, well, you know, believe it or not, it's actually the wind that cleans up the patio. The wind blows everything around, the trash and everything. And I said, but that's littering. And she said, but you know, maybe your wood chips could serve as mulch for the plants. One thing I told her was, I said, but still, I think I'd probably rather get corporate permission before I do that. So, like I say, I've been through a lot and I've learned a lot through the experiences I've had with corporations and things. So, as you see here, I got along that last line there. There's probably going to be some more steps to carving Mary and Joseph that are going to come about. And there's these steps, and I tell you, I've practiced them on my own time in front of a camera, but this is among my first times showing all this in front of a camera, so there's going to be a little bit of getting used to do as we come along a little further with it, and there shall come the time when we shall kind of get along with things, and I shall just have a little bit more to show. So, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.